Welcome to HP Tuners Subaru Training Part 35. This training module we're going to be exploring how to build a big power base map for a Subaru WRX or an STI application. We're going to be integrating our template applicator feature so we can build this base map very quickly, but we're going to be breaking down each individual change and why we're making the changes. Without further wait, let's jump in so we can check this out.
Okay, so let's get started. We're going to be taking a look at how we can generate a high power base map for our Subaru STI or WRX applications. We had a tutorial on building a base file for the basic bolt-on modifications, so nothing really outrageous or wild. This tutorial we're going to be focusing on things that we need to look at and talk about for a higher power, larger turbo type situation that you're going to be in when you're trying to make more power out of your Subaru. So we're going to be using the template applicator. It's going to help us generate our base file very quickly and very efficiently. What you'll have to do is read the original stock equivalent file out of your vehicle with your MPVI2 cable, and then from there, we're able to start applying all of the template applicator files on top of that particular base file that you've read out. Always recommend to save your original file as original. We can see that right here. I have this saved as original. So what we're going to do now is essentially bring in all of the files that will help us build out this base map to be able to characterize all the parts that we've changed on our vehicle. So let's do this one by one. Now, what I want to do here is just quickly go over the mod list for the vehicle. So we're going to find it's going to be a 2018 Subaru STI. It has the normal bolt-on parts, so it has turbo back exhaust, it has a front mount intercooler, it has a full race drop-in EFR turbo kit, and this I anticipate this making right around maybe 450 wheel horsepower on 93 octane. Now, I do have some things within the template applicator if you're running ethanol and trying to go for even higher power levels, but this will be a good characterization for probably most of the modified Subarus that are going for a higher power level. So 4 or 500 wheel is a pretty typical power level build for a drop-in turbo. There are obviously more extreme builds than that, but this will give you a really good idea of what to expect and how to generate that base map. Now, in addition to all of this, we have ID 1700cc injectors. We have a completely different fuel lines and regulator assembly on this vehicle. In addition to this, we have a piston and rod engine, and it has stock camshafts and stock intake manifold, stock throttle body. So nothing drastic we need to go and do in terms of the engine. It's just going to allow us to turn the power up a little bit more and not have to worry about the engine having any kind of issues with ring lands on the pistons. So what we're going to do here is jump in, and we're going to start to bring in all the bits of data that we need to account for, again, using the template applicator, and see how this process is going to go. Now, the file that I'm working with here is the original equivalent file from the vehicle. I've read that out already. That'll be in the same situation you're going to be in if you go in to calibrate a vehicle with your VCM editor here. You're going to have to go and do the read. You're going to be saving that original file as original. Cannot stress that enough. Once you've saved the file as original, you can go in and save a different file name. What I'm going to do, since I've already saved this as original right now and I've read the file out of my vehicle, I'm going to go apply the custom operating system patch here to get that out of the way. So what we're going to do here is kind of a two-part thing. We're going to go to HPT custom features, and we're going to say apply code modification. What this is going to do, allow me to dial in speed density if I want to do that, or flex fuel is available for the particular operating system I'm working with here. It'll apply that as well. It gives me the ability to add these extra custom features on, which we typically want to do for a modified higher power Subaru. So I'm going to go here to apply code modification. It's going to tell me that I need to go in, save the file as a new name, close the file, open it back up again, and then it'll have that patch being applied. And we should see the HPT custom features show applied once we do that process. Right now it's showing not applied here in the gray. Let's click OK. Let's close this out right quick here, and then we're going to go and save this as a new file name, and I'm going to go and just call this Basemap Creation. Just give this some kind of a name, and we're going to save. Now I'm going to go and close this. We're going to go back, open this up here, Basemap Creation, and then give this a second till it loads. Now it does have to ping the HP Tuners server, so we have to wait a second here and make sure that it's going to send all the information to the server, so it's going to allow the file to open. We can see the file has been opened. If we go to the operating system now, we see that shows it's been applied. Now there is another additional thing we want to do before we start to actually tune or go in and start to data log. We want to go to apply code modification for the extended data stream. That allows us to log all of the proper PID logging channels in our VCM scanner. this is something we definitely need to do. So let's click Apply Code Modification. It's going to save the same thing here, save it as a new file name, close it or open it again. I'll say Basemap Creation 2 here just real quick, just so we can go in, give that a different name. We'll do the same thing here. Once again, we'll go File Close, File Open. Now let's open up that file. This is the one we're going to be working from here. Now, what's to note about this, once we apply that extended data stream patch, it's not going to give us an indication that it's been applied. So it's sometimes a little bit confusing. If we go back up here, we're going to see that it can be applied again. It's already been applied. We have no checkbox or confirmation like we do with the HBT Custom Features option here. So we're going to find that we have applied it. We know we've applied it, but it's going to appear here again. So just wanted to note that. So let's close this. Let's go and jump in here to our engine, and if we go up here to general, we can start working our way across all of our tabs, making sure we've accounted for all the different variables that we can import to our calibration file. Let's go here into idle. Now in the base set point in the idle, we see this is all we can change.
Thanks for checking out our teaser clip. If you want to see the rest of this video and more than 500 hours of current EFI training we have to offer, make sure you click right here. If you want to go and check out more teaser clips from this training course, click here, and you don't want to miss any of the videos we're going to be releasing on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and click here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.